Hello, it is Thursday, February 25th, 2021. I'm Tyler Williams, and this is a quick Netlify CMS learning resource video for the GitLab team. So today I wanted to quickly go over just something about images, the images that we have available in Netlify CMS, what to expect from them, and how to use them. So on the left-hand side here, this is the Netlify CMS admin panel, and again, the way to get there is just about.gitlab.com/admin. They'll bring you here. If you're not logged in, it will ask you to log in using your GitLab credentials. And then from here, you can see right now we have 3 collections, which are the predetermined file types that Netlify CMS knows how to work with on the website. We have topics, the topic child pages, and blog posts. And what I want to talk about is images. So I just clicked into the Agile Delivery topic page, and you can see in this preview, which is currently unstyled, eventually we will iterate on that and style it, there are some images available. And these images are a little bit different for each block. So there's the social share image, which is what we just saw. And if you click choose a different image, you'll get a preview of all of the things that are available. And so you're not limited to just this. These are what we have currently existing. You have a couple different options. You can replace it with a URL. So you can just give an absolute URL to something. If you wanted to use an image hosted elsewhere, perhaps on a CDN or through like a digital asset manager once we get there. Oops, and now I just removed it. That's funny. So that's good to know. Once you click that, it's going to try and it's going to remove that for you somewhat immediately. But the other options here, you can choose from what's in the library, or you can upload one and choose a file from pictures or wherever. And so that's all, pretty standard like file browser selection stuff. But what I really wanted to showcase was where we're pulling that from. So the locations there are actually defined per collection, and we define them per type of thing. So this, where we social share image. So we actually have in the schema of the topics, this is for social share images. And we actually have the media folder here, source images open graph. And so if you wanted to know, two things. If you want to look for what's available or what's mapped default, you can dig into the config file, which is in the GitLab repository itself, and you can find out this path. You can go to the GitLab repository and then follow that path. So the media folder for this one is source images open graph. So I would go into source images open graph. I just did Control F and I typed that to get down there a little bit faster. And then you can see these are basically the same. Here, I'll pull this to right and left hand side. So choose an image, right? And what we got, 13 social open graph. Should be able to see it here. And you see the matchup. So if you're working on a page, hopefully you're just working through the CMS itself, and it will give you suggestions based on what we've mapped here. But you can upload your own, or again, you can choose insert from a URL, and maybe let's even demonstrate that. So if we have an image here, this wouldn't actually be the final URL because you would want whatever is built. Here's like a GitLab meetup.png, right? So we could actually go view it on about.gitlab.com. Here we are. Oh, this is actually the final URL you would want. Insert from URL. Insert it there. And look, it knows what it is. So you're not just limited to what is in here. This is merely a suggestion. It's something that the developers, like, we can customize that if we find that there are better buckets of images that make sense for us. We're looking into digital asset management integrations as well. So there's a chance that we'll have like a nice cleaner implementation of that. It should integrate nicely with these image fields. But you have a lot of different options. You can use the default, you can use an absolute URL, or you can upload your own. And again, if you are putting together content and say you're not yet in this interface, and if you're working in like a Google Doc or something, and you want to see what options are available to you, you can look up in the config file what it maps to specifically if you kind of want to see the early suggestions, and then go there and sort of browse through. So yeah, I hope that makes image selection a little bit easier, or at least demonstrates some of the art of the possible of what we have there. I think in the future we'll make this a little more transparent, make it a little easier to figure out where those images are coming from, and I think the digital asset management tool is going to be very useful with that. So thank you for this. Thanks for taking the time, and I hope that you continue to use and enjoy the Netlify CMS we've got. Great. Have a good rest of your day.